Did you have doubts about going into this genre?
I didn't have doubts. I think I did that partially because I needed a break from all the
Heavy
heavy
stuff?
roles maybe. And because I wanted to explore kind of the comedy side, the lighthearted side, which I really, really enjoyed. Um, I think maybe I struggled in the beginning a little bit, but I had such a great director with me, Danish Nawaz, who kind of we had a really good connection in how we wanted to approach the role and the story. So I think a lot of the credit goes to Danish.
Acha. Acha, and you as an audience, what do you like? Do you like the light-hearted hum tum type stuff or the heavy-duty dhoop ki diwar stuff?
As an audience,
Yeah, yeah. What would you watch?
I think I sometimes like to watch things that are a little mind numbing. Sometimes you don't want to get too invested क्योंकि वैसे भी हम काम भी यही करते हैं day and night. So sometimes I like watching things like Nat Geo, where it's just about animals and their way of life or something that doesn't require me to think too much. So I think on that end, lighthearted is something I prefer.
Light-hearted is something you prefer.
Yeah.
Halanki, all through your career, I mean, even when you go to Canada, you go off and you play a Hamlet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was. Yeah, I think the last production we just did was last year in October.
Huh. And do you plan to go again?
I think I'm Shakespeare'd out.
For now?
Yeah, for now. So maybe next time I go, it'll be something a bit more contemporary.
Acha.
Yeah.
But you will continue dabbling with theatre when you go abroad. है ये एक चीज आपके दिमाग में?
Yeah, I have to because I think at the end of the day, that's what grounds you the most. Film and TV is a phenomenal profession to be part of. But as an actor, when your root comes from theater, you have to go back to it to kind of settle yourself a bit, especially when you're part of the showbiz industry, as we call it. You need to go back to a place where you were hungry for work, where it didn't matter who's a star, who's this, who's the director. You go back to just the work. And I think that's really done well for me. And especially gives you an opportunity to show people outside Pakistan how much people love Pakistani dramas and Pakistani actors, because every show we've done has sold out, has oversold every day. So that opportunity for me to go and interact with fans, interact with the people, that's probably one of the best parts about it. And people get to see me in a completely different light. Like I'm right there, I'm there with them. I know that they're there. So that experience, nothing beats that.
It must be something else.
Right, yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of your fans there, the ones acquainted with your Pakistani work, must also come to see it. क्योंकि कनाडा में इतने हैं लोग जो पाकिस्तानी काम देखते हैं. अच्छा, ये जो स्टार वाली बात है, is it different here? You're mashallah, you've earned your way and you are a well-loved hero. You're a star. You're a star. क्या ट्रीटमेंट अलग होती है सेट पे? क्या आपकी बात सुनी जाती है? क्या can you throw your weight about just a little bit?
Well, I don't think it's fair to throw any weight around or anything like that.
Yeah, it
because
isn't.
At the end of the day, I think the star or the stardom should be offset. When you're on a set, the whole thing is collaborative with the other actors, with the director, with the writer. It's a collaborative work, and that's what I love about it the most. So the star stuff, matlab, maybe you can throw your weight around in the sense that I believe something should go in this direction or that. But at the end of the day, I think the director is still the captain of the ship. So you have to kind of follow their vision and trust them.
तो फिर ये हालांकि वो स्टार अपील ऑफ कैमरा होती होगी पाकिस्तान में. When you're on set, you're just an actor working with all the other actors.
And I think that's how it should be. I think we should be stars or celebrities, whatever you want to call it, off set. And there should be kindness in that. There should be a warmth for people, for the people that love you and love watching your work. You should be there for them. I think I'm only in this position I am in my life because of the warmth and the love I get from other people. If that wasn't there, I wouldn't be on that set.
And you get so much love. You're very well loved. ये तो बात सच है. और the fact कि आपका इतने दिनों से कोई ड्रामा नहीं आया, कोई चीज़, किसी मूवी, nothing. The international work, a lot of people haven't seen.
Been able to see,
yeah, a lot of people haven't seen. They connect more with the desi dramas. जो audience है, हम देखते हैं, where is Ahad Zamir? Why isn't he here? I mean, despite the fact that you've been out of sight, you're not out of mind.
Thank God, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good feeling.
That's a very good thing. That's something you've earned through your work.
Which I think is also a little, what I've realized with time has become unfair to the fans and to the people who maybe still want to see me on screen.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of my process maybe has been unfair to the public.
Your process. अच्छा वैसे तो आप ठीक है, you haven't been seen in a Pakistani project, but I think it's because you were busy with the other stuff. It's not
Yeah,
like you were
because-
sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean, if we go back to 2021,
Huh.
I did the Netflix show, and then 2022, right after Hum Tum, I think it was just a month after I got cast in the BBC show. So I went off for that, and that was 2 months. So I felt like those gaps that I usually take, I wasn't given those gaps because I think the opportunity to work with BBC was something I didn't want to pass down. And
Of
I'm
course
so
not.
happy I did it. That show is still, I think, one of the most fulfilling roles that I've done. One of the most fulfilling experiences that I've had.
हाँ, you couldn't give that up, but then you didn't have a break.
No, I
तो
didn't have a
लोगों को
break.
लगता है कि they haven't seen you, but it's
Yeah.
because you've been seen in other stuff.
Yeah.
Are you happy with where your career is right now?
I think so. I think I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where it is. I think if I go back to, the young actor who came to Pakistan when he was 23,
How many years ago?
it's been almost 7-8 years. Yeah. At that time, you're hungry for work. You'll do anything. I mean, you just want to work. You just want to work on your craft, be seen. And I think I'm very fortunate that I've come to a point where I am lucky enough. I have the luxury to choose and kind of decide what it is I want to do. I'm kind of the one that's looking at my career and deciding what path I want to take it in. So I'm happy with where it is. But I do miss it. I do miss doing more work, I think.
अच्छा,
Yeah.
चलें तो do more work.
I will. I plan on it. I plan on it.
Are you selective? Very selective with the story, with the dramas that you sign on to?
No, I don't think it's a matter of being selective. I think it's just when something speaks to me, I just do it. I used to be somebody who thought a lot about what they're going to do next, but now it's come to a point where I feel like if something is touching me here, and I find that it's a role that maybe I haven't explored before, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't say yes.
तो वही तो selective होना होता है. Selective is के touch करें ना करें कर लें, बस churn out. A lot of people churn out content. They want to be visible all the time. ये भी तो होता है एक perspective.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I guess that's a good question. If you ask me that I'm selective, I would say that I'm not, but I guess habitually I have become.
I think you always were. I think you always because all those past interviews that I've had
Yeah.
with you, हमेशा कोई एक ड्रामा होता था जिसके बारे में you would analyze and talk about it with such passion. It's because you believed in it.
Yeah.
जो आपने वो किया था ना. अच्छा ये जो है ना the people's love off camera and how it should be dealt with kindness, for sure. But you're also a very private individual. I know that. You've always been very private. You've never even posted rampantly on social media. Hardly ever, Ahad. तो ये is it okay? The fan attention, is it always easy to manage? Especially when they get nosy.
I think anybody who says that being famous or being a celebrity or being a star becomes a very, oh, it's so daunting, oh, there's fans everywhere, oh, there's that. I think I'm not going to use any foul language, but I think it's ridiculous. I think being successful in that sense is amazing. It's the best feeling. Anybody who says they don't like being famous, they're lying. It's a wonderful feeling to be loved and to have people's attention and for people to look forward to your work to come out. I think any actor who says that, oh, I can't handle it, I think it's
a lie.
I think it's a lie. And I think we should all be very honest about it, that it's an amazing feeling. You go somewhere for dinner, or you go see a film, or you go on vacation and people take pictures with you and they want to talk to you. That's amazing.
But what if you're in a really bad mood?
So it's not their fault that I'm in a bad mood. I've been in a bad mood lots of times. I've been upset, I've been sad, I had a very bad day, but if someone comes up happy, wanting to take a picture, why should I ruin that moment for them just because I'm in a bad mood? Doesn't make any sense. They have summed up the courage to come and have an interaction with me. What's the point of me saying not right now or this or that? I've never done that in my life and I will never do that.
But ठीक है, सही है. I understand that. And I think that's a good way of looking at it. This fame and this love is not something that everybody is able to get. So you should appreciate it and
absolutely.
treasure it. लेकिन साथ साथ कभी कभी होता है कि आप ऐसी जगह पर हैं, आप चाह रहे हैं किसी को ना पता हो, वो छुप छुप के किसी ने तस्वीर ले ली, किसी ने वीडियो बना ली. ये एक है तो कॉन्सिक्वेंस मशहूर होने का. और फिर वो आ गई हर जगह सोशल मीडिया पे.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what, you know, ये तो मेरी प्राइवेट डिनर था,
But-
प्राइवेट इवेंट था.
That's the price you pay.
You're okay with it?
I have to be okay with it. I don't really. There's no
I
other
see
way to-
random pictures of you shot all the time on Twitter,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're the talk of Twitter.
yeah. I've done the whole putting on a mask and glasses and hat and stuff, but I think it just doesn't work now. So
Ah.
yeah.
अच्छा.
So now I'll probably eventually move on to a wig. Put on a
Okay.
wig and go out.
Okay, people watching this interview will now watch out for the wig.
Yeah, yeah.
अच्छा, but you never respond to the Twitter talk, the controversies. क्या वो जो पूरी skepticism एक हो रहा होता है, बातें हो रही होती हैं, debates हो रही होती हैं. You've never responded ever.
I just don't find a need to respond. I'll respond to love. I'll respond to
हाँ.
you know, people saying things that are inspiring.
Huh,
people
you'll
talking
joke
about
back.
work. I'll joke
Yeah.
back for sure. There was there's a photo shoot that came out where I had very long hair, and there were some fans who used pictures of me with short hair and inserted those and said, which one's your favorite? I responded. I said the second one's good. So I find those things it's funny. And I think it's good to make fun of yourself.
हाँ, and it's good to connect with fans that
Yeah,
way, in a
absolutely.
fun way, rather than say ये क्यों तस्वीर लगाई और ये क्या. I mean, what's the point?
No point.
You're famous now. You have to live with it.
Yeah.
Might as well enjoy it.